Well, Macca, home at last. It's a long time since we played there.
It's been a while, alright. It's been what,
5 weeks.
5 weeks. Been a long time, so we look forward to that.
Yeah, and in between it's been a bit stop-start, hasn't it? You've had a couple of blank Saturdays.
We've had a few, I think it's been 2 weeks between each game, really, which doesn't really get you much momentum, you know what I mean? But obviously we got the one at Nuneaton and then we had a 2-week break, I think, and then so we'll be glad to get back to a run of games.
Yeah. I guess that the first break was probably welcome after playing so many games in a short space of time, but the second one was a bit of an inconvenience, wasn't it?
Exactly, so what do you do, really? I suppose it's just one we can be disappointed, but you just got to go with it. There's not much we can do about it, really, as a squad of players. You've got to keep working hard on the training pitch in between and keep ourselves as sharp as we can.
And since the Nuneaton game, you've drawn 2 away games, Woking and Dartford, and disappointed, I guess, not to have taken a few more points anyway.
Definitely, as I say, Woking was a tough enough game away, but again, I think we might have nicked the game with a few goals disallowed and that, so disappointed. And then you go to Dartford last week, obviously we've led twice on a really bad pitch, but I think we've done enough to probably win the game and should have seen the game out. But so at the end of the game, it was really, we sort of felt like it was 2 points dropped really, and with regards to what we want to do, you know what I mean. But again, what can you do? You basically got to learn.
Yeah, those 2 goals, they equalised very quickly after we'd taken the lead, and down to individual mistakes.
Yeah, these things happen in football. I say week on week out, mistakes and that. But again, after they scored a second, we still had 2 or 3 maybe attempts where we could have got a winner really on a day where if we had got a level of 3-2 with regards to the conditions and things like that, we'd have been delighted really. So it's all fine margins, but it's in the past now, so we got to look towards Saturday.
I've got to ask you, why were you booked in the first half? Because I couldn't see anything wrong.
Basically, what I say, with regards to the ball was played inside, and both of us have actually slipped down. And as I say, he should have handballed it, but I think he seemed.
He booked both of you, didn't he?
He did. I was covered head to toe, and I don't know why he booked me, but just get on with it, innit?
Clear that one up. Looking forward then, Lincoln City, a good game really. They've done very well at home, apart from when we beat them, of course. But on their travels, not so good.
No, as I say, I think they're a team that they look like they score a lot of goals and look like they concede a lot of goals, so they're obviously quite open in the way they play, and they obviously like to play a bit of football. As you say, we had a great result up there where it was 3-2, and as you say, they're doing all right, but we take every game as it comes and see what happens Saturday. But we're definitely going out to win the game and get ourselves back on track.
You've got to take each. It's a cliche, isn't it? It's got to be each game.
It is a cliche, but left. I think if you look too far ahead, you become unstuck really. So. I think it's 14 games now in 11 weeks till the last game, so it's going to be busy. And
everyone keeps on about the other teams involved in the shake-up, but really you've only got to look after yourself. You can't worry about anyone else, can you?
It looks like the minute like there's maybe 5 or 6 teams in the shake-up, so as you say, you've just got to, if you keep an eye on anything can happen, everybody plays each other, different things happen, so you've got to look after your own game really, and after the end of these 14 games we'll know where we're at really.
Yeah, you can't really worry or be frightened about any other team because of just what they're doing.
Anything can happen really, as you say. I think the way the league's going at the moment, there's a chasing pack there. Obviously Barnet are out in the lead and we're one of the chasing pack, so we've got to just look after our own games and try and win as many games as possible.
As a squad though, you must be really proud of your record. I mean, 1 defeat in 25, you're 7 going, isn't it? Yeah,
it's an unbeaten record. As I say, it shows that we're obviously doing something right. But I think obviously we feel as a group that we've got to start turning those draws into ones really, because the more games you draw, you're dropping 2 points each time. You know what I mean? So sometimes you're better winning 2 and losing 2 as drawing 4. You know what I mean? So
your strong point now has been most of the season your defensive work, because I think some of you have played together for quite a long time now.
Yeah, there's an understanding there. Everybody kind of knows each other's game, and we've played together that long really now, where we just kind of. It becomes kind of second nature to you, but as I say, you've got to keep working on that and making sure that we cut out things and as best we can, and then to move forward and give us a platform to go and win games, and obviously that's what we've done the majority of the season.
When someone new comes into that back line, Daniel Ledbetter for example, I mean, does he slot straight in? Do you need to talk through things with him?
A bit of a different type of fullback really than what Locks is, you know what I mean, but he's been here, he trains with us day in, day out, so we all know what we expect from each other. So I think when a player comes on, they know what's expected of them. They go and do that job, and that's basically the way we work, really. We've a squad of players here where it's basically, I don't think we've had the same 11 really that often.
No, you
so you've got to be ready to step in and do the jobs expected of you. So as I say, that all happens on the training pitch.
You've been a bit unfortunate with a few injuries of late, and you've got a few new players coming in. They come into a very tight dressing room, don't they?
They have, and as I say, the lads are quite open and try and help those lads settle as quick as they can, which I think the majority of players have done. As I say, that the injuries are unfortunate, that they all sort of seem to have happened together, but that's the way it tends to happen in football. And those three might come back and three more might end up out, and you just got to deal with those setbacks as they come. I don't think you can worry too much about it.
How important is it for those three that are out to remain part of the group and they're not sort of isolated while they're out injured?
Massively, as I say, you've got to. Everybody's a part of this. We're all in it together, and we're all aiming towards the one thing. So whether you're injured or not, you're a part of the group. And as I say, it's important that everybody feels that way.
Should be a good crowd at Mem on Saturday, and they have been behind you all season, haven't they? Really?
Yeah, I think even in a way, we're taking a lot of numbers away from home. I think come Saturday, I think a lot of fans have probably had a bit of withdrawal. Really, 5 weeks is a long time to not have a home game. So hopefully they'll come, and hopefully we can give them something to enjoy.